What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Next Wave podcast. I'm one of your hosts, B Zanny, joined by my co-host D Woody. Today, we've got some quick hitters in the esports arena for you guys, as well as we're going to dive into the past Rocket League event that just happened, as well as look ahead to this weekend of CDL matches. And we're going to round it off here with picking bands as well. So I appreciate you guys for tuning in for episode 54. Let's get to it. All right, Dak, we've got a few topics to get to in terms of the gaming sphere right now. But before we get to that, how you been, man?
Doing good, man. Doing good. Just fighting this winter weather. We had a little bit of a icing this morning. It wasn't even snow. It was just like sleet piling up.
Yes.
So, yeah, whole truck's frozen right now. I just drove around running errands with no rear view mirrors because it's just frozen over. I couldn't see.
Oh, that's scary.
Yeah.
It was so hot last week. Like, we had 80-degree days last week, and now it's
same, bro.
30s today.
It's
Makes no
insane.
sense, bro.
It's insane.
The South is cursed.
It really is.
But yeah, we just been chilling. I got the email for Elden Ring Night Reign, so we're looking forward to that. That's starting Friday morning or something. I don't know if I'll be able to play during the session Friday night unless it's like a lot later.
Yeah.
Because of Valentine's, and I'll be at a movie, but hopefully I'll get some time on Saturday to play that. But we'll be watching gameplay on Friday for sure. I'm excited for that.
Yeah, me too. And we'll just hop right into the quick hitters. That was number one on the list. Elden Ring Night Reign is coming out tomorrow for network testers. They got lucky enough to get a code, but today we've seen a lot of videos of gameplay, people breaking down kind of what the game is. Essentially, it's what we thought it was, going into it.
Yeah.
It was nice to kind of see it in action. You just drop in, you have, different hero classes with different abilities. They each have their own ultimate ability and things like that. The movement is a lot faster than Elden Ring, and you just drop in. It looks like you kind of loot up, kill normal enemies during the day. They said that the days were pretty easy. But then at night, you get tested. So during the day, you're looting up, you're getting different weapons, trying to get different affinities and like create a build, essentially. And then at night, a big boss comes out and you guys have to fight it. And apparently it's really hard. And, the dude on IGN who was breaking it down was like, we only got to day 3 once and we played a ton of runs. And we only beat the boss once. So, like, it was just like, it was hard for them to get there. But it looks fun. I think it's going to be a fun side game in concept. Like, I don't think it's going to be anything crazy to
Take over, worthy.
To take over Elden Ring. But I think it's like a good little side game that could be fun on the side. I don't know how much replayability there's going to be, and I've seen a lot of other people saying the same thing. Like, this looks like it's only going to be fun for a couple weeks. But it's just the network test. That's all they broke down. The full game could have way more content, way more incentive to grind than the network test will have. But right now, It's kind of just up in the air. Like, what is the point of playing if all you do is level up your character? Like, that's really the only incentive to keep going is getting stronger. So...
Yeah, and the 4 classes that are going to be in the network test are like a warrior, straight up, kind of like a tankier one, a mage, and like a rogue. And then apparently there's supposed to be 8 classes on drop, which is May 30th.
Yeah.
So they'll have 3 months to perfect that. But yeah, that's a major concern is what are we playing for?
Yeah.
And when you level up, obviously you have your class and it only levels up those certain attributes that pertain to your class. And so obviously you can get the different weapons and stuff. I'm curious if, depending on the player type that you're carrying, the weapon drops cater to that, right? Because like if I'm playing
feel like
mage
they
and
might.
I get a great sword, like I'm gonna be like,
Mm-hmm.
what the fuck? Like I
Yeah.
can't even use this. So hopefully
And
that's the case, but
don't quote me, but I think in the video he said something along the lines like you can get certain items that kind of, path you towards a certain build. So like you have an item that's like increased chance to find this, and you can basically like get whatever build you want eventually by using certain power ups that only drop you certain loot. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But the game
yeah.
looks fun. I mean, the combat looks fun. It's super smooth, way faster paced. I think it's going to be fun. It's just a question of how much replayability is going to be in this game.
Yeah.
So,
Moving on to our next quick hitter, it's actually some roster moves in the COD scene. We have Neptune going Neptune going to Surge in place of Hixie, so much warranted change. Hixie, I mean, we've known this since W2. He's not really a player that brings slaying power. He's more of an objective-minded team player, dirty work. And on a team with that roster that they had, with when you have Nasty on an AR, and then you got 04 who does a little bit of everything like that. And how fast paced this game is, Hixie's playstyle just doesn't work too well. So they bring in Neptune. So we're still curious to see where Hook's going to land, because that's where everyone had him slotted, is going to Surge in place of Hixie. But now I'm curious if maybe we see him go into the lineup for maybe he gets on Rocker in place of Paul X, because right now we do see some 3-sub maps and some hills with 3 subs, 4 subs even. So maybe that could work. But I really think Illy should go for Paul X. I think that team would be really, really good to step up their search and just overall just be more of an aggressive team.
Yeah.
And not shit the sheets. But yeah, Neptune to Surge was definitely a good move. He's been looking crazy on this game in Challengers, so.
Yeah, I guess I like the move. I just feel like Neptune's one of those guys that he always gets in the league, and then that team's just like, meh, whatever.
Yep. Yeah. Unfortunately, I think they're going to be better than they were with Dixie, but I don't think this really puts them. I mean, they can maybe upset teams that they've lost to and maybe squeeze out another top 6 or something. But I don't see them like taking over it by any means.
Yeah, me neither.
Also, what?
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say also, the CS major for Austin, Texas, sold out in 6 hours with 40,000 people.
Dude,
which is fucking
so
ridiculous that a 20-year-old game is still moving like this.
Yeah. So
like, what
was
fuck?
the last U.S. major the one that Cloud9 won? Listen, I'm a casual CS enjoyer, but I don't follow the scene, so
I have no
CS
idea. I
people
couldn't
are
answer
probably
that
like,
question
how the
for
fuck
you.
do you not know that? Well,
I have no idea.
But I think it's gonna be sick. I kind of wish I followed it more closely and got some tickets because I bet it's gonna be insane. 40,000 people. That's like triple RLCS Worlds in Dallas.
Yeah,
like
that's insane.
Fuck ton of people. It's gonna be so crazy. So hopefully we can get a North American team make a run.
That would be sick. I doubt it, but that would be sick.
I'm a FaZe fan, so we got a North American dude on there, Elige.
That counts. The bald guy?
Yeah, I'll count them as fucking North American.
The org is North American.
Yeah,
so. Yeah. Also, first ever Olympic esports games in Riyadh in 2027. Which sounds so far away, but it's really only 2 years, which is so weird to think.
It is.
So yeah, fuck, we'll be 2 years away from being 30.
Oh.
Fuck. 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 That just got me thinking. Damn. But yeah, that'll be fun. I'm curious if they're gonna do it like World Cup, where it's orgs. Representing, or if it's going to be like for players from that area on that team, kind of like the FIFA.
I'm assuming it's going to be country based.
It has to be.
Yeah, so
it needs to be,
dude. Rocket League, I'm assuming is going to be in there. That'll be freaking dope.
What the heck? What did Adam just send me? Let's listen to this together.
What
you
is this?
liked me, there'll be no podcasts. It would have never happened.
What did he say?
If you liked me, there'll be no podcasts. It would have never happened.
He said, "If you like me, there'd be no podcast. It would have never happened."
I think he said elect.
Oh yeah, if you elect me, there will be no podcast. I was like, what the fuck? Because I'm telling him, like, all right, Rocket League when we get home, Rocket League. And then I told him, like, oh, I'm recording podcasts. I was like, go make you some dinner or something, bro.
I'll take this last one. In Rainbow Six over the weekend, Rainbow Six is having their big champs event, the SI Invitational. So they had a coach on M80, Bodega, from the clip. I'm assuming they lost, and he didn't like something that someone on the other team did, so he walked over to their table and was all up in their face, pointing, yelling at them and shit. Well, he got a 2-year ban for that, and the org got fined $10,000 for that little confrontation. So definitely seems a little harsh, a little soft by the league. In COD, everyone would laugh and we'd move on with our day.
Yep.
But apparently this dude has also already served a 12-month ban prior to this for using a slur. So he doesn't sound like
this guy's
the
just a
greatest,
demon.
Yeah. He doesn't sound like the greatest person in the world. But
I mean, he's coaching
still,
R6. Like,
yeah. Still, I think that's a little ridiculous because the clip, I mean, yeah, sure, he was in their face and shit, but like, come on, man. What are we doing? 2 years?
Yeah.
I'm assuming they just tacked 2 years because he's already had a 1-year ban. It probably wouldn't have been that big if this was his first offense, but
absolutely, yeah. But, starting out with 1, next offense 2,
yeah, but
and then you're banned forever.
But damn, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, it's too harsh. I saw that clip. It's pretty soft. And you can't really hear what's being said, or maybe I just didn't have it on volume. But like, I don't really he must have been saying some foul shit. Like, if that's the only thing I can think of is he was saying some foul shit.
Yeah.
To warrant that. But yeah, that's soft.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's gonna do it for our quick hitters. Let's go ahead and look at our RLCS NA Open 2 recap that happened this past weekend, Mr. D. Weddy.
Yes, sir. So let me share my screen with you. Okay. So going into NA Open 2, if you guys remember, NRG won the last one, of course, against Space Station. Young Guns out here moving. Space Station showed up comfortable. Didn't have that same hunger.
That's crazy.
They didn't even make it out of Swiss play.
That's tough.
They got 3-1 by Reddles & Co. Shout out Reddles & Co. Swiss Demons, apparently. And they got 3-2'd by the KC Pioneers. I'll be damned. Who was on that roster this year? Oh, J-Naps.
Yeah, it's J-Naps.
Okay, bet. So that's a solid little NA squad right there.
Sure.
So yeah, that was really the big shock out of Swiss. Moving on just to group stage here. Obviously, Complexity and Evo make it out of this bracket. Shopify was a team that should have gone further, but they made the run in losers. But they probably should have won this series. But yeah, Evo's looking really good. That's Relating Wave in them, the Europeans. Yeah. Solid team. They've consistently been in that top 4, top 6 area. Complexity 2. So these two teams are probably going to be 3 and 4, if I had to guess.
Okay.
Over here, though, on Group B, 1 and 2 here, NRG and the Ultimates. That's First Killer, Chronic, and LJ. NRG is the boys, so, they're solid. They made it all the way through. Omelette, 3 1s, 9 lives. That was kind of a shock out of this group. Yeah. But 9 lives. They clutch up. They 3-0 Gen G.
Yeah, they do.
Poor Gen G.
They 3-0 everyone.
Poor Gen G. So here we go. Gen G 3-0 Deleted, which is a good win. Deleted is a top 8 team. They're solid. Yeah. So that's a good win. The Ultimates 3-0 them. I mean, that's going to happen. It's the Ultimates. Reddles drops down and gets 3-0'd by 9 lives, bro. They got bracket fucked.
They always do. Fucked. They got bracket fucked when they were on LG, too.
Yes. This should have been Omelette. And they probably would have won and fucking qualled for playoffs. It's just tragic, bro. So Reddles and Co. obviously underperform again. You hate to see that. Those are our boys, man. So RIP. Over here in the other losers bracket, though, like I said, Shopify made a run, and then Netherlamerica or whatever, Netherlamerica Canada, excuse me, They made quite the run, and they get 3-1 by Shopify. So solid runs here. But let's get into playoffs. So starting in the lower bracket, we have 9 Lives versus Netherlands Canada here. And 9 Lives 4-1 them.
Took care of business.
Some fun facts here. Kofer on 9 Lives is a high school runner-up in Rocket League. He was in the high school national championship in Rocket League. And now he's a pro. That's kind of sick. Justice on the other team, Netherlands Canada, is from Europe and plays at Fisher College in the CRL.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
So pretty dope. It's kind of cool that Rocket League has such a clear path to pro now.
It does, yeah.
Like I feel like a lot of players in NA also play CRL. So that's pretty cool. Getting into the series though, map 1, absolute clinic from 9 Lives, 6-0, get them out of here. And map 2 was the complete opposite. Netherlands Canada went up 3-0 immediately. 9 Lives tried to make a comeback, and then Netherlands Canada just close out a couple goals.
Yep.
Easy game. Justice is solid. Justice is nice. That dude was everything for them this series. I feel like he was passing, good solo plays. I think it just proves that any EU player comes to NA, they can compete with just about anybody because their level of play up there is insane.
Yeah.
But anyways, map 3, scoring completely stopped. It was a grudge match, low scoring grueler. Gets down to 6 seconds. It's 1-1. And Taroko has an easy ass play off the back wall and somehow fucks up an own goals with 6 seconds on the clock, and they lose 2-1.
Oh fuck! I did not know that.
That was the turning point in
That's
the
tragic.
series, and it just went downhill from there. You could tell that they absolutely lost full, and 9 Lives close out the series 4-1. Tragic.
Nice.
Moving on, Deleted versus Shopify Rebellion. So Shopify is Justin, Two Piece, and Parth. They're supposed to be making lands. Like, these dudes are animals. Their mechanics are insane. When they're on, they look unstoppable. So they desperately need to perform this regional. They're a big org. They got a big name in Justin. They didn't make a single land last year. These are their last regionals. Top 4, top 24, top 16, top 8 twice, and then got second at the last one last year.
They're all over the place.
But after they got second at the last regional last year, they had to play a tiebreaker versus OG to go to LAN, and they fucking lost that. So
And they lost it, yeah.
Tragic. But good series from them here. They win in 7. It shouldn't have gone 7. I think Shopify was obviously the better team. I just think Deleted was a lot more structured when it came to rotations and positioning. That's what was keeping them in games. Shopify would troll, let up a couple goals, let them back in a game. Like, this should have been like a 4-1 type of series, I feel like. Shopify looked better pretty much the whole way through. But
I mean, that 3rd and 4th game, I mean, they were decided. And 5th game, were all 3-2.
Yeah,
Like,
and it's always some trolly shit. Like, you'll just be like, bro, why did he whiff that or something? And it all just falls apart. But I like Deleted. I think they're a solid team, but I don't think they're ever gonna make a LAN. I just think they're, one of those top 8-ish teams that can upset someone on a good weekend.
Gotcha.
So solid series though. Shopify really needed that win, and they moved on to go play Complexity, which we'll get to. But Evo and NRG, absolute defensive masterclass from NRG. Look at this shit. 0-0-0-1-1.
Yep.
Insane. So not only are they the best offensive team, but their defense is lights out too. When NRG's in flow, they look insane.
Yeah.
The Ultimates versus Complexity, hell of a series. 4 overtime games this series.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was insane. It was back and forth. Obviously, the Ultimates they were down 3-1, so they kind of just locked in and closed out the last 3 games. The 6-0 on Neo Tokyo was like, okay, yeah, these dudes are going to probably close this out. But they ended up going to overtime in Game 7, so it's crazy. Timeout cheese always helps. So I really like Complexity. It's CRR, Raze Bull, and Diaz. So, they were top 4 at Worlds 2 years ago. So those dudes are solid-ass team. So, yeah, Complexity, they move on to go play Shopify Rebellion. Once again, I think Complexity is the better team, but Shopify could still win the series. I mean, look at all these games.
Yeah.
They're super close.
Yeah, they're close.
I just think with Shopify, it comes down to just like defensive mistakes, kickoff goals, shit like that. Like if they can just tighten up some of those things, like they could definitely make a land because their mechanics are insane. Like when they make plays, they're fucking gross. Evo 4-1 9 lives. That was sad. I really like 9 lives, but Evo's playing well. They're playing well.
Yeah.
You know, they're probably going to make the LAN, so good for them. NRG 4-1's Complexity, that was just straight talent diff. Them boys are just moving quickly and efficiently. Same for the Ultimates here, 4-2 versus Evo. It was a pretty good series, but the Ultimates are just the better team. And then they moved on to go play NRG in the grand finals. NRG win 4-2, continuing their dominance over First Killer and the boys. And yeah, they take it. 2 regionals.
NRG's looking like our only hope.
Yeah.
For NA.
The Ultimates, kind of a hope.
Yeah, but like when if I'm looking at those 3 names against Falcons or BDS or KC or Vitality, I'm not taking them.
Yeah.
But when I see the NRG boys,
they can.
We've seen them do it. So
exactly. So I like what I'm seeing out of North America. Obviously, it's really sad that Reddles and them probably aren't going to make the LAN now. But it's looking like it's going to be NRG, Evo, Complexity, and the Ultimates, I think.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we got some we got some shooters in North America.
So when's the regional? Is it this coming weekend or the next?
No, it'll be the first weekend of March, I believe. Like the 2nd of March.
Oh, okay.
Like your birthday type shit?
My birthday is on a Sunday. So that weekend?
Yeah. That weekend.
Okay.
Yeah, March 1st and 2nd are playoffs. Let's go.
Fuck yeah. Sweet. Have a lot to look forward to all by B-Day.
Real quick, let me see if I can bring up like the point standings. I wonder.
Rankings at the top. You're on Birmingham Major. Go to rankings.
Yeah. Oh, 9 lives are ahead of Evo and Space Station. Okay.
They're
so
tied.
9 lives despite getting what, top 6? I think
8.
Top
no,
8?
6. Did they lose in the first losers bracket?
They lost in the second. They beat Deleted. Yeah. Okay.
6.
Okay. So yeah, solid showing. I guess they definitely could be our 4th team. I thought Evo would be higher. All right.
We'll see.
Hell yeah. But yeah, look at Gen G down here at 5. Like,
that's
tough. I just don't think. I mean, they'd have to like win the regional and have some of these teams do bad, probably.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
Look at over here, Karma.
I mean, it can still happen. I mean, Shopify, we know they're inconsistent. Mm-hmm. Deleted, they're only ahead by 3 points, and they could easily get a top 8 while Gen G goes top 6. I don't think Space Station and 9 lives. I don't think Evo and Space Station are really going anywhere. So I think it's out of the question for them. Yeah. I think they could get up to 5th, but I don't think they're going to get into 4.
Mm-hmm. It's just crazy. SSG, I mean, this is literally just from one regional. I don't even think they get a point for not making out of Swiss. So
interesting.
They're sitting there in 5th. You got to think they're going to come back strong next Open.
I mean, they have to.
Yeah. So it's interesting. So, let's go. Oh, look, Wild Card is in Rocket League now. That's Amaranth's org.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're Oceania.
Had no idea.
I didn't either. Interesting. Luminosity's over at Asia Pacific now, running shit.
Did Falcons lose?
They did. Twisted
wow.
Minds. Twisted
Who's that?
Minds is good. It's Rise. You remember him? EU player?
Yes, and I know Nupo. I don't know that Atomic, though, but yeah.
Yeah, they're gross. Rise, Atomic, and Nupo. That Atomic was on K-Corp like 2 years ago, 3 years ago now. So he's a good player. He's a top EU guy. All right.
Cool.
That was Rocket League.
That was Rocket League. Next up, we're going to do our CDL tier list as we're looking ahead to the first week of Major 2 qualifiers. So we're going to try to make this how we think they're going to be ranked at the end of the stage.
Yeah.
Because obviously, if we were to do it, based on performance up to this point, it would just be, the standings. So we want to make sure we're looking ahead here and not just doing the standings. So
You still see my
starting, yeah. Starting out at the bottom here, we got Atlanta FaZe. I think that's a clear S tier if you agree. Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely. Ravens, I would put in A tier.
Yeah, me too. I think
I would put in A tier.
Still
Absolutely.
gonna be the same.
Boston have looked really good. They looked much better online than they did at LAN. Granted, they did have a tough bracket. I mean, they played FaZe first round, and then they played
C9. Beat them.
C9, which is tough.
Yeah, that's a bad loss.
I still don't think C9 is the better team, but yeah, I'm with you there. B
Yeah.
for B.
Yeah, I'm feeling
LA
that.
Thieves, I think we also put in S.
Yep.
I mean, it went round 7 or game 7, round 11.
They looked insane on LAN.
Yeah. Heretics, I'll also put in B. I think.
Yeah.
They got third, which was a great event for them, but as we saw on Twitter, they're getting that ego, and I think it's going to bite them in the ass. And I just think they overperformed and got that shitty performance from Optic that blessed them. Yeah. So
Cloud9's interesting.
I put them in C.
Yeah, I would think so too.
Honestly, I don't think they're good at all. I think that Crimp is a LAN player. I think he thrives off of the crowd and the energy. So like they play a little bit better. Obviously, Sib got better on LAN. But we're looking ahead to the standings at the end of these online qualifiers, so I have them in C.
Yeah, I'm with you. Rocker.
I'm a big fan of Rocker, so I put them in B, but I maybe would understand the argument of C, but I'm hoping they make a change for Paul X. I bring Illy in. I think it's the smartest thing.
I feel like he would slot right in. And
I feel like he would slot right in as well. The only thing I could think of is that Illy... He's a really good player, and the reason he's been out of the league hasn't been because of his in-game performance. So his ego could still be really big, being a world champ and a top player. So I could see him denying that offer, honestly. So
crazy.
I still think that the way this team plays is so cohesive. I'd put them in B. Mm-hmm. Just need to see Paul X step up or get someone else in the roster.
Yeah, I'm with you. Optic.
I would put. Oh man, like I almost said B, bro, because that was just so devastating. But obviously, we're looking forward to the end of the season. We got end of the stage. We got Pred back on the roster. I think A is the right spot.
With you. This is where we think they're gonna end up at the end of this split, brother. I think it's that.
They play both of those teams.
Yeah. And
they play Carolina.
Yeah.
You think they're gonna end undefeated?
We got the band back together, brother.
Okay, leave them last. Then. Put them in the top of A.
Put
them top of A.
From down under.
Top of A.
Okay. But
because even though we're looking ahead, we can't ignore what happened in the past. But like we're thinking where they're going to end up. I think they'll even if record wise they fall in between those two S teams or even above them. Which actually never mind because they have to play them. I still think that those two teams are better. So
yeah, right now for sure. We can confidently say that. But with Pred, I could see them just flipping a switch and being in a grand finals next tourney.
Keep in mind, they did lose with Pred. Their only loss of the online qualifier was with Pred.
Yeah, early online shit. Who cares? They won champs.
Yeah,
they won
Breach.
Surge with Neptune. C.
Really?
You think a D?
No, I'm thinking B.
Really?
They just got top 6.
Yeah, but that was like the best thing that they've done all year. They've been dog shit.
But they still have the same core 2 from their all top 6s from last year, and they were okay online. I think Neptune is way better than Hixie.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, they're very C9ish to me.
Okay, I'm okay with that. I just hate seeing them below Miami. Like, I just feel like they beat Miami.
Dude, B and C are hard right now, bro.
They are.
All right, this is
I'm so okay with Rocker and Breach there. I am so okay with that. It's just Miami that's
that top 3 really fucking.
I know it's tainting.
Ranking.
We'll keep it. We'll just keep it how it is.
Okay.
LAG, D.
Yeah.
If they kept the same roster, I mean.
Yeah, bro. They just don't. They don't got it. They don't have the slaying power. I don't know.
I don't know what's going on.
I don't like them either. They're just slow.
Just keep in mind, we are recording this with the only roster change being Neptune to Surge, so this is pre any other changes that may happen, even though matches start in 2 days.
Good comps.
Toronto? Eh?
Yeah, I like Toronto. They're solid.
All right, and that's the tier list. I mean, it's pretty obvious where that one's going. I'm fine with that.
Wait.
Yeah, add row below. Add row below. And no
F
scrims.
is for Falcons.
No scrims. Just title it no scrims. No
R's.
scrims. Fucking Tony the Tiger typing on your keyboard.
Yep. Poor Falcons.
But yeah, that's our tier list for going into Major 2 qualifiers. Obviously, I think the only discrepancy we're looking at here is, Optic with the new roster could be S tier at the end of it. And then, Miami's recent performance at the major bias kind of leaked into that B, so they could be C tier. But regardless, I'm pretty comfortable with this. And, hopefully we won't look back on this like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But yeah, that was our tier list. So screenshot it, tweet it at us whenever we look like morons.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to go ahead and round out our episode 54 with pick and bans. Do we want to look at the matches this weekend or no? Ooh, banger to start us off.
Let's go. I don't know. They got absolutely shit pumped in
That is true.
Hardpoint last time. So
3-1 Thieves. 3-0 Boston. 3-0 FaZe. 3-0. 3-2.
Here I am on another episode. Put some fucking respect on LAG's name, bro. 3-0 by Boston.
Boston's a good team. Okay, maybe 3-1. If they get Skyline Hardpoint, fine, 3-1. But like, they won one match. They won one match.
No, I know.
I see that one going round 5 or map 5 toss up. I'll take Rocker.
Yep.
I'll fuck with them.
Oh, here it is.
And then here it is. I'm surprised they don't have it as the last game. I don't know. 3-2 FaZe. Yeah, I'm with you. 3-1 C9.
Yeah, I'm with that. Wait, whoa. 3-1's Ultra.
I meant Ultra. Yeah, whoa.
Okay.
3-0.
Ooh,
Map
banger.
5 Toronto.
Yep.
Another
Another
Map
banger.
5 Vancouver. 3-1 Optic.
Okay.
Yeah, 3-1 Optic. I think that we could, with the new roster, we could drop a search, or if it's an absolute bang out hard point, they have their subs are really fucking good in Nero and Estriel. So like, I mean, they could take a map for sure, whether S&D or hard point. I think our control is just too good. And I think Pred makes our control better because his pace is just so good for control, bro.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's our predictions for our first weekend of Major 2 qualifiers. I'm pumped.
Yes, sir.
Let's go ahead and wrap up our episode with pick and bans. All right, welcome to our final segment, pick and bans, where me and Dak pick and ban something from recency, talk about it. I'll go ahead and get us started. My pick is Tom Brady. I think he might be the biggest winner from this past Super Bowl that just transpired. Everyone was wondering if Patrick Mahomes is better. Is he going to be the GOAT? And we saw not only one of the worst first half performances in Super Bowl history, but football history from Patrick Mahomes. And pretty much the whole rhetoric following this is, wow, Tom Brady is insane. You would never see Tom Brady do this. He was also there as an announcer in his first year sportscasting, wearing an $800,000 watch that looked insane. So I think Tom Brady is the biggest winner coming from the Super Bowl, because his legacy got even more cemented after a terrible performance from the Chiefs and Mahomes.
Good for Tom, man. I think Patty's chilling, bro. Patty is.
No, I think he's chilling also. But I'm just, but
a lot.
But if you're Tom and you're Tom fans and
Tom
you're on
got
that
some
narrative,
more time to like be the GOAT for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. He bought. His time was bought. For sure.
Yeah. My pick is I'm going on a bachelor trip tomorrow, and I got a homie in the group that has just been playing Xbox 360 for the past 15 years. He just never got off of it.
So funny.
and he's bringing the 360 down with 4 Xbox controllers, all the old CODs from World at War through BO2 and NCAA 14. It's gonna be lit. We're gonna be at the Airbnb just fucking gaming,
fucking trick shotting off Rust and fucking cops and robbers,
playing
whatever
some
you can
zombies.
think of. Oh fuck yeah, that's gonna be fun.
Yeah. So
there's got to be a big screen.
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to
that. My band's kind of whack, but the new Apex update came out yesterday. Pretty much kill time is a lot faster. The assault characters are really good to play. But the ranked map rotation is really fucking dog shit. It's Kings Canyon, Olympus, and then World's Edge, which Olympus is all right. World's Edge is the best. And then Kings Canyon fucking sucks. And unfortunately, that was the first map in the rotation. So on the first day of launch, it changes at noon each day. So
wait, why does Kings Canyon suck? I thought it was the GOAT.
Maybe nostalgic wise and in pubs, but it's third party Fiesta. There's so much open ground to cover, and with the kill time pretty much being reduced, with all the weapons being upgraded and shield your armor being kind of nerfed, the kill time's a lot faster, and there's so much open space, and some of the marksman rifles can 3-tap you. If you're white armor, a Kraber one-shots you in the body, but like if you're white armor, by the time someone has a Kraber, you fucking suck.
Yeah.
But Kings Canyon, world's worst shit ever. Fuck that map. That's all I have to say.
Damn. All right.
But the game did feel really fun. Coming from someone who plays like the Phil characters all the time, Rudd's playing his fucking fun random characters, and I'm playing like Newcastle or Catalyst or Loba or fucking something, which I'm fine with. But I finally get to play a character that I played when they were dog shit, Ash, and now they're really good. So I'm having some fun, but that map sucks.
Yeah. All right. My ban is any field media reporter at Super Bowl week.
Yep.
That is not named
I
Jameis
almost put
Winston.
That is not named. Good.
Because Jameis just showed everyone how it's done. All week long, this man was in all kinds of shenanigans. He was going down Main Street, fucking passing purple drink to people in a bar through his legs like he's a center. He was dancing with a band, trying different foods at different restaurants. He just was the life of the party for the entire weekend, it seemed like. And every other field reporter probably got no coverage because Jameis was getting all the coverage. He was all over social media. I feel like Jameis just cemented his post-career for years to come. That man's going to make a lot of money doing something like that. So shout out to Jameis. I saw
a video of one reporter asking how they're going to deal with the weather coming from Philadelphia, and he was like, it's a dome. It's closed. Yeah. I was like, fire this guy. Like, are we fucking for real? Are you even a football fan, or you just work for this company? Like,
yeah.
Some of those reporters were dog shit. But thank you guys so much for joining us for episode 54 of the Next Wave podcast. It's a pleasure to keep doing this each week with you guys. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to help the channel grow. And we'll see y'all in 55. Deuces.